Good morning, neighbors. It is Thursday, January 8th, 2026, and you are tuned in to the Murphy Morning Show. I am your host, Sara, here to walk with you through the latest stories, weather, and happenings around Murphy and our mountain neighbors today. Let us start in and around Murphy with some local headlines and community news. The Cherokee Scout continues to look back over the past year, highlighting how 2025 brought both heartbreak and proud moments for Cherokee County, including major local tragedies, championship sports seasons, and plenty of community kindness that helped people through the tough times. The paper is also following early maneuvering in the upcoming local elections, with one of the three Republican candidates for the Cherokee County District 4 Commission race stepping aside and throwing support behind another challenger, which could shape how that primary unfolds in March. Sports fans have plenty to talk about this week as area high school teams get back into full swing after the holidays. The Andrews varsity basketball squad opened the new year with Smoky Mountain Conference play at home against Robbinsville, a matchup that kicks off what should be a lively stretch of winter sports for families across Cherokee County. Meanwhile, Murphy's own boys and girls varsity teams have been busy as well, squeezing in 3 games in 4 days over the winter break, keeping those gyms loud and giving fans a lot to cheer about. Regionally, there is significant law enforcement news just a short drive away in Towns County, which affects many Murphy folks who commute, shop, or visit across the state line. 2 high-ranking officials with the Towns County Sheriff's Office were arrested in separate corruption investigations, a development that has drawn a lot of attention in neighboring North Georgia as local leaders work to reassure residents about accountability and trust in law enforcement. It is a reminder that even in small mountain communities, ethics and transparency in public service remain front and center issues people are watching closely this week. At the county level, Cherokee County leaders are sharing updates and policy positions as the new year gets underway. The county has highlighted a resolution opposing what it calls an abuse of the Federal Antiquities Act, reflecting local concern over the impact of national monument designations on land use, property rights, and traditional activities like forestry, farming, and recreation in western North Carolina. Residents who follow county government will want to keep an eye on how this resolution fits into broader conversations with state and federal officials about managing public lands around our region. On the arts and culture front, downtown Murphy has some uplifting news that will brighten these winter days. The Murphy Art Center is hosting the Max Project Murphy Art Explosion, with artwork on display through May 2026 at the MAC on Peachtree Street, giving locals and visitors months to enjoy creative work right in the heart of town. The center is also planning classes such as the Little Angels Children's Art Session and a card-making workshop later in the month, offering families and adults some hands-on ways to get out, learn something new, and connect with neighbors after the holiday rush. Looking ahead just a bit, the local music and entertainment scene is gearing up for more live shows as January rolls on. Chevelle's Restaurant and Bar here in Murphy is hosting bands like Switchback this month, giving folks a chance to enjoy dinner, live music, and a night out without leaving town. The ballroom on Hiwassee Street is also set to feature events, including performances such as Danica Hall on the evening of Saturday, January 10th, offering a dress-up opportunity for anyone who loves a classic night of music and dancing in a beautiful venue. Before we get to that weather, this is a great time to ask a little favor. If you enjoy starting your day together here on the Murphy Morning Show, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Hit that like button and leave a comment to let us know what stories matter most to you, what events you want highlighted, or even just where you are listening from this morning. Now let us talk about the weather for Murphy over the next 3 days. Today, Thursday, January 8th, expect unseasonably mild conditions, with afternoon highs right around the middle 60s and lows in the mid-50s, with plenty of clouds hanging around but only a small chance of light, spotty showers. It will feel more like a cool spring day than deep winter, so a light jacket or hoodie should be just fine if you are out and about. Tomorrow, Friday, January 9th, temperatures in Murphy will stay on the warm side for January, with highs climbing into the upper 60s and lows in the upper 50s, along with more clouds and a higher chance of showers moving through at times. It may be one of those on and off rainy days, so keep an umbrella in the car and watch for wet roads, especially on those curvy mountain highways. On Saturday, January 10th, look for a bit of a pattern change as a front moves through and brings cooler air back into the valley. Highs will still be in the low to mid-60s early in the day, but by nightfall, temperatures may drop sharply into the mid-30s, with periods of heavier rain possible as the front passes. So keep an eye on drainage ditches and low-lying spots if you live in an area that tends to puddle or get slick. Let us move into some upcoming community events in and around Murphy to mark on your calendar. Tomorrow, Friday, January 9th, the Murphy Art Center downtown will be bustling with the Max Project Murphy Art Explosion on display, and the evening hours are a perfect time to stroll through the exhibit, meet fellow art lovers, and support local artists without any admission charge. If you have kids or grandkids, you can also ask at the MAC about upcoming Little Angels art classes for young children, which are designed to be relaxed, creative, and family-friendly. On Saturday, January 10th, the Ballroom on Hiwassee Street will host an evening with Danica Hall, running from late afternoon into the evening, giving locals a chance to dress up a bit and enjoy live music in a classic ballroom setting. If you plan to attend, consider arranging a safe ride home if you will be enjoying drinks, and give yourself extra time for parking and walking, especially if rain is in the forecast that night. Throughout January, Chevelle Restaurant and Bar in Murphy is featuring live music nights, including a show with the band Switchback on Friday, January 9th. It is a great excuse to gather with friends for dinner, hear some live tunes, and support local businesses during a normally quiet winter month. And as always, be sure to have a designated driver or use a ride option if you plan to make a long evening of it. Looking a little further ahead this month, community and church fellowship events are on the schedule as well, including a January church fellowship gathering on Saturday, January 17th, at a local church on Graham Road here in Murphy. These kinds of events are wonderful chances to share a meal, meet neighbors you may not know yet, and check in on folks who might be feeling a bit isolated in the winter, so consider reaching out and inviting someone who could use the company. For those who like to plan even farther in advance, there are also online and in-person spiritual and wellness events tied to Murphy later in the month and into February, such as a multi-week virtual meditation series for peace that lists Murphy as its home location. Even though that one is online, it is rooted in our community and can be a calming way to wind down your evenings during these darker winter months while still feeling connected to others who share the same goals. That is all for today's Murphy Morning Show. Thank you for spending part of your Thursday with me. It truly means a lot to share this time with such a caring and close-knit community. This is Sara wishing you a peaceful, productive day ahead and inviting you to tune in again tomorrow morning for more local news, weather, and events from right here in Murphy, North Carolina.